You better not duck me, son.
Welcome to 2 Cents Boxing, where we talk everything boxing. Make sure to punch that like and subscribe button. Seriously, hit it like it owes you money. Want to go the extra mile? Drop a super chat or donate to the Cash App, because who doesn't love supporting quality content? Catch me live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. and Sunday at 5 p.m. See you there.
Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Jay, and this is our 2 cents, where we talk everything boxing, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. In today's video, we will be talking about Keith one-time Thurman making his ring return, and I just want to say I'm glad to see him back. I'm glad to see Keith Thurman back in the ring. He's been really inactive the last couple of years. It seemed like ever since Keith Thurman took that loss to Manny Pacquiao, he just completely... I guess he got married and things like that, but Keith Thurman is always in demand. He has a very big fan base. People are always interested and want to see Keith Thurman fight. I'm glad Keith Thurman was able to come back, get him a stoppage in the third round. He still looked like a decent fighter. He didn't look washed. Now, if I had to give a review, I would say, he looked rusty in the ring. He still looked like he had the capabilities, but you can look and kind of tell, like, okay, he's looking a little older. He's looking a little slower. He still had the pop and the power on his punches. He did exactly what he was supposed to do when he got in the ring with that opponent, and he looked good doing it. And now a lot of people back in, just like that, boom, people back interested in Keith Thurman. People want to see him in the ring. People want to see him get in the ring with a champion and try to go for another belt. But I watched some of his interviews after, and to me, he basically said, I'm not ready to just jump in the ring right away and try to be a champion. I've already done all that. Like, I'm more on the tail end of my career. So what I understood from that is that, he's more interested in fighting for entertainment purposes, right? He want to get out there. He want to fight for his fans. He want to show his skill. He want to talk noise up, leading up to the press conference. He want to put on a show. And the younger boxers need to take note about how the boxers in front of them sold fights and how they did it. It was very entertaining. It wasn't like distasteful. It didn't come off as capping. He not putting down other fighters. He's just being entertaining. Keith Thurman gonna talk. He gonna say words that rhyme. He gonna put it all together. But we all know it's just boxing. You just trying to sell the fight. Nobody gets in their feelings. It don't be none of that, right? They just trash talking, building up the fight. So I think a lot of younger fighters should take note of that. Keith Thurman called out a lot of people. He called out Earl. He called out Ryan. He called out a bunch of other fighters, and he just really wants the smoke. He wants to put on entertaining fights. So y'all let me know and drop it below who y'all want to see Keith Thurman in the ring with. Now, what I do know, and I'm gonna make another video about this, is there's a huge demand of a fight between him and Earl the Truth Spence Jr. Earl has pretty much said, I'm not fighting Keith. Y'all can take that shit to the grave. We never fighting. And I'm not gonna lie, part of me hopes Earl changes his mind. Will he change his mind? I don't know. But I'm happy Keith Thurman is back in. Who you want to see him in the ring with next? He's at 154 pounds. The 54 division is hot. It's on fire. I'm sure Keith Thurman can find a lot of smoke and a lot of entertaining fights that he can put on. My only gripe, if I have one, about Keith Thurman is that he gets a fight because it comes off as like, Keith Thurman, I need some bread. I got this coming up. Let me get a fight real quick. He come in, he get a fight, and then he's gone for another year and a half, another 2 years. Now, I do understand that his last fight didn't come to fruition because he suffered a bicep injury. And there's a lot of people talking about him fighting Tim Tszyu next, possibly making that a fight. And I think that would be a good fight. Keith Thurman versus Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu is also surrounded by question marks after his last defeat that he took against Bakram. A lot of people wondering how Tim Tszyu gonna look. So Tim Tszyu has a fight coming up in Australia, and I think they're looking to make that fight between Tim Tszyu and Keith Thurman, which will be an interesting fight. Hopefully Tim Tszyu is able to bounce back. And I like when fighters get to this point in their career, even though I think Keith Thurman could have did a lot more in his career, where they just get to the point to where the fans just want to see you fight. They just want to see you in the ring. They just want to see you entertain. It's no pressure on you to get championships. It's no pressure on you to stay a champion. And I really appreciate when fighters get to this space in their career, because now, just to give my 2 cents, I would definitely like a fighter's explanation about this. I think this is when they start to have fun. When there's no pressure, we in camp, I'm staying in shape, I'm about to go get this paycheck, I got these fights lined up for the people that want to see me fight to entertain. And there's nobody complaining about, oh, he fighting a bum, oh, he overrated, oh, like they've already proven everything that they needed to prove. And they're just at a point in their career where people just want to see them fight. I think Adrian Broner's at this point in his career. I think Earl Spence is at this point in his career. Obviously, Keith Thurman is at this point in his career. I think Terrence Crawford is at this point in his career, even though I got some 2 cents about that. And he's quote unquote still chasing greatness, which is appreciated, that he's quote unquote challenging himself at the end of his career by going up to fight Canelo. And I just think it's all around great that these fighters have put their work in the game. They've stamped their place into the boxing history, and they're just focused on entertaining the fans. Keith Thurman mentioned, hey, this is just about boxing. It ain't really about the money, because if it was about the money, I'd be trying to get this fight and that fight and do this and do that. This is about the love of the sport. This is about putting on for my fans and being entertaining. And I really can appreciate that about Keith Thurman. So shout out to all the Keith Thurman fans. Your man's then came back. He back in the mix. Hopefully Keith Thurman is back in the mix, and he will not be sitting out another 2-3 years before we see him back in the ring again. Hopefully Tim Tszyu is cool. He's able to get the victory, and we're able to see them both in the ring. So shout out to Keith Thurman. Shout out to all the fighters that reached their point in their career to where your fans just want to see you fight. They just want to see you in the ring, and they just want to be entertained. So let me know what you think by dropping your 2 cents below in the comments. You can give me a call at 281-845-2103 and give me your 2 cents there. Follow me on IG at 2 cents 20. No. Follow me on IG at 2 cents boxing, and follow me on X at 2 cents 20. Be sure to let me know and drop it below your 2 cents. Make a list. Who are you interested in seeing Keith Thurman fight? Like, who would you like to see Keith Thurman fight over the next 2 or 3 years, let's say? I got a list, but I'm interested. I want to hear y'all list. Let me know and drop it below. Again, I'm Jay, and stay tuned for my 2 cents in the next video.